to be good for kids. If you are not a big fan of profanity, skip this stream here, man. Skip this stream. Let's turn this down, man. Let's just get into this. Let's get into this, man. This your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant, the New York Giants fall short. 0-1 officially to the Washington Commanders. Commanders 21, New York Giants with a lousy ass 6. I'm going to go ahead, just to make this clear, give everybody a fair chance to make a decision. This might turn into a crash out session. It just might. I'm going to be real with you. The way I'm feeling right now, this is the scary thing about me recording like fresh after the game is like, I don't really take the time to let shit settle, but all kids, all people who are not the biggest fan of profanity, listen, this may not be the stream for you. So I'm going to get into this intro, and then we got some things, man, that we need to discuss, man.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field, and in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop my put on you, right?
It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. It's a key way to try.
Both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyreek, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Sometimes defiant.
Lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown, New York.
Frank White, I see you. Frank White with the first comment says, trash game. Biggest take, O-line is trash. Offense needs a lot of work. Russ and the running backs had no time or lanes. Defensively, better coaching, and we have to be more aware. I can't argue that. I'm going to get to these comments before, I got to say what I got to say, because I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely have some shit to say. Jim Sleazy, who clearly looks like a Commander fan, says, oh, yeah, come with it. Yep, we're going to talk. The Commanders was definitely the better team today, but, we'll get into that. Money Mike, I see you. Money Mike says, until we have a serviceable O-line, we will never have a good, consistent offense. And if you don't know that, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Frank White says, facts. Send the women and kids to bed. Parental advisory. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. I'm letting everybody know. So I don't want anybody up here complaining, talking about my mouth and all of that. I gave everybody a fair warning. This may go a little, this is going to be raw. You know what I mean? This may go whatever. This is grown men and grown women time. Yeah, Frank, the game was horrible. Yeah, definitely was horrible. DC, baby pups, Canal says, I'm back. I got 5 on it. I told you, men lie, women lie, but them numbers don't. 1-0, let's go Commanders. And y'all have the bragging rights because at the end of the day, no matter how you got it done, you got it done. I will say that, it wasn't all good on y'all end either. It for sure wasn't all good on y'all end, but I'll leave it at, look, at the end of the day, y'all pulled out a win. Y'all had week 1 rust like I predicted. Y'all looked a lot like I thought y'all were going to look, and it was more as to what we didn't do to counter what y'all did is what disappointed me. But we're definitely going to get into it. Javi ATX says, I'm done with this team, and I never thought I would say that. This staff has to be replaced, start from scratch now. We are not winning more than 2 games. I'm not mad at you for being pissed off, bro. I ain't even going to hold you because I'm about to get into it, too. I'm about to get into some shit, too. I don't blame you. Christine Ellis says, I thought my Skins had to worry about the NY defense. We don't know what we getting ourselves into. Yo, I guess we was watching different games. Because I'm not mad at the defense. I think the defense played for the most part pretty good. But I guess there's some fans out there that's going to take away everything just because y'all won. Y'all going to take away every element. But, whatever. We'll talk about it. Christine says, we left points on the board, but now we look like you knew we would. Come on now. All right, well, let's talk. I think I got everybody. Let's get into it. I'm going to just read the stat lines here, and then we're going to dive right into it. Simple as that. Russell Wilson was 17 for 37, 169 yards. For rushing, he also led with 43 yards. Tyrone Tracy Jr. with a lousy-ass 24 yards. Devin Singletary basically with nothing with 9 yards. And to me, the best-looking running back had the least yards. It was Cam Scatterbo with a -3. Receiving-wise, Malik Nabers had the most underwhelming Malik Nabers 71 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson with 55 yards. Daniel Bellinger, 14 yards. And then in the passing game, Cam Skedaddle with 13. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 11. And Theo Johnson is on here, and we're going to definitely talk about him. And that's pretty much all I'm going to read on the stat line. Let's get into it. There's so much shit that I want to discuss. I really don't even know where to start. I'm going to be real with you. But one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to bite my tongue. And I'm not going to hold back, man. I'm not going to hold back. The number one thing on the docket, man, that I got to get off my chest, man. And if anybody who's been tuned in to me, that's been rocking with me, they can contest that I've been saying the same thing about this coaching staff. So now we're going to have to really have the conversation. This coaching staff was a complete clown show. We coached from the bottom to the top of the game. It was a bunch of ass. We got out-coached by a long mile, and it was disgusting. Led by Coach Dable. Offensively, I really don't even know where to start, man. I couldn't believe some of the shit that I was seeing offensively. We did the same bullshit that we did last year with different pieces. The pieces that was told to me were upgraded. Was told to me. We did the same exact shit. So for every single person that was telling me that Daniel Jones was the reason on why we were so reserved, Daniel Jones is why we look so incompetent, you cannot blame that man no more, and I told y'all this all off season. It is now going to be on this coaching staff, and particularly we're calling out names, Coach Dable. We were looking like the most rudimentary offense I have ever seen. We are here doing some single back bullshit. Hey, everybody, we're going to run the ball. Hey, Commander fans, all the way in the 500 level, we running the ball. Oh, y'all stacked in? Good. I'm glad you are, because we're going to run the ball right into your defense. No trickery, no wittiness, no nothing. We made it so easy for this Commander defense. So easy. And then we completely just ignored the fact that there needed to be changes and alterations, and we just did the same old bullshit. Same old bullshit. On the defensive side, it was the same thing, but I'm going to stick to this point offensively. I'm going to stay here offensively. And I'm going to go there. I've lost subscribers. I've been called clown. I've been called a clown. I've been called everything under the sun for my Daniel Jones take. And for people who's been tuned in, am I fucking lying? I've been called every single name under the sun because of my Daniel Jones take. And to me, it wasn't crazy. I never said that Daniel Jones was the greatest quarterback known to man. I never said that Daniel Jones was out here going to win, league MVP or anything ridiculous. But when I watched the film and I watched the game, I consistently said, when everybody else was in the chat telling me I was bugging, I was tripping, I was dumb, all of this different type of shit, I said Daniel Jones is not as bad as advertised. Am I lying? Am I fucking lying? Let's not get quiet now. Now Daniel Jones is over there cooking like fucking Gordon Ramsay with the Colts. And everybody's looking shocked. Oh my God, it's not Daniel? I've been fucking saying the same thing. This coaching staff, led by Coach Dable, is a hot pack of ass. Ass. You can get all the pieces that you want. But if we are not going to outcoach anybody, if we don't get into different bags, it is going to be the same results. Y'all can't tell me that this roster isn't good enough to look better than what we've seen today. You can't tell me that. And I see you, shot caller, I see you. Daniel Jones was not the fit. And yes, he was not the fit. But guess where my problem always lied? My problem always lied that Coach Dable didn't make it the fit once you figured out that Daniel Jones was going to be the quarterback. See, a good coach is going to make your quarterback the fit. And I've been telling y'all this shit nonstop. There are good coaches that is out there doing it, i.e. Mike Tomlin of the world. A good coach is a good coach. And this is not hop on the Daniel Jones piece. But everybody who knows who's been tuned in me knows that I've been saying the same shit. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. And y'all looking at Russell Wilson as the fucking problem? Y'all doing the same shit again. Y'all keep looking at quarterbacks. Y'all keep looking at the quarterback play. When are y'all going to shine the light on this coaching staff? Stop blaming Russ for everything. This man had no time. This offensive line was a hot pack of ass. And the play designs were weak. I'm not saying Russell Wilson was out there playing perfect. He wasn't. But you can't blame Russell Wilson and you can't think to yourself, oh, if we put in Jackson Dart, we'll look like a completely better offense. What are you watching? What are you watching? A lot of you Giant fans are just like this fucking coaching staff. The answer is clearly right in front of you. It is clearly obvious. And y'all just refuse. Y'all are so damn bullheaded that you refuse to look outside of your own thinking. You refuse to analyze the full scope of things. Y'all are looking at the quarterback play, and there's a bigger picture to this. We got our ass handed to us because we got out-coached. Out-coached. Yes, there were players. There were players that we need to call out and we need to talk about. And there were some players that did play like ass. But for the most part, player-wise, there were people who did, I feel like, played good, played with a good intensity, and played good enough for us to make a change in this game. But we didn't have the chance to even do so because this coaching staff sold. And I'm talking about Coach Dable. I am talking about Coach Kafka, who I am disappointed in because I thought he will be extremely better. And Coach Shane Bowen, of course. Offensively, can someone please explain to me why we didn't open things up? I mean, we did it initially. That first drive, when we moved all the way up the field, we opened things up. We moved up the field. And before I get into my main point, everybody, again, Wan'Dale Robinson is this, Wan'Dale Robinson is that. Wan'Dale Robinson didn't have a bad game. I'm sorry. Everybody who wants to be right about everything, again, this is another thing. I was on the island by myself. This is not me saying Wan'Dale Robinson is the greatest thing since sliced bread or whatever, but there's potential in players that I know that we have, and a lot of times, man, when it comes to this team, a lot of people are going to find out late. A lot of people are going to find out when it's way too late. I see y'all in this chat. Wan'Dale Robinson is small. Okay. But did he cough up the ball today? No. Did he catch the ball today? Yes. Did he make plays with his legs? Yes. He was getting slung around like a motherfucking rag doll, but he was making shit happen. So everybody knocking Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale wasn't the problem either. Wan'Dale was one of the highlights, if any, in this receiving corps. But anyway, when we did open things up and we moved the ball up the field, it was because we had to test these corners. We were finally putting ourselves in a position to where we made the defense work. Then we get all the way into the red zone and we get all the way to the goal line. And what have I been telling y'all? What have I been telling y'all? If I'm fucking lying, call me out in the chat. I said what I do not want to see from Coach Dable is us playing that soft, scary, non-aggressive shit. Non-aggressive shit. We had a total of 8 chances to get in the end zone? There was a flag. Then we had a whole nother set of chances to get in the end zone. And on the 4th down play, instead of going for it again, like some bitches, we decided to kick a field goal. Listen, I already gave my warning. I'm calling it how it is, man. This is real raw. I'm sorry if you're not on this type of time, put the little kids to bed. This is big boy talk. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Coach Dable tucked into a shell again. They played scary again. Go look at my videos. Go look at my past ones. The keys to victories. Go look at last year. What I said consistently. That scary shit is never going to get the job done. It's not. And so once we did that, kicked the field goal, I knew. I said, this shit is going to haunt us. It's going to haunt us. And we were in the game the whole game. The whole game. And everyone knows that football is a game of momentum. It is a game of momentum. And we robbed our players of that because we was just completely soft. Completely soft. I don't care. And then on top of that, the play selection while we were in the goal line. The play selection. You have fucking Cam Scatterbo who is showing you that he could still run dudes over in the league. Cam Scatterbo shown us that he could run over whoever, and he's going to run hard, and he's going to be aggressive. Do you think that we would use him in the end zone? Do you think it would be the obvious on when it is 4th and 1 or whatever it is? Do you think that we should probably use the guy who was over there running over every fucking body? I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, it sounds like the obvious thing to do. But do we do that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All of this bullshit that we've been doing in the offseason and the preseason and having what's my man? I'm having a brain freeze. My defensive lineman, my young guy, Chapman. Having Chapman at fullback. You think we did any of that? Did y'all see Chapman anywhere at fullback? Do you think we could have used it? Do you think we could have used Chapman at fullback with Scatterbo running right behind him? Do you think that would have helped us in the red zone? Just completely just ridiculous, man. The obvious shit that all of us as fans could even see. The obvious shit we did not do. We did not do at all. Theo Johnson can't catch a fucking cold. Theo Johnson out there catching everything in, and y'all want to blame Russ for everything. How can we move the ball on 3rd downs when we're getting no production from guys like Theo Johnson? But y'all want to blame every single thing on Russ. And again, this is not me overly defending Russell Wilson. There were some plays that he may have left out there. But goddamn, hey, you can't expect anybody to play perfect. You can't. Tyrone Tracy Jr. is suspect with pass blocking. Suspect. And again, Tyrone Tracy Jr. having a problem holding on to the ball. Again, there are just some things that are easily just able to identify that you could get better at. But do we get better at them? Do we make an emphasis on making any type of changes, on doing anything differently? Not the New York Football Giants. It's the simple and obvious things. You look on the other side of the ball. You know what Coach Cliff did on the Commander side of the ball? He nitpicked and he looked at every single weakness that we had defensively and he attacked it. Is that rocket science? Is that rocket science? No. He says, okay, y'all have Cordell Flott, who I don't even believe y'all believe in, who is arguably a cornerback 3. Y'all don't have Deonte Banks in. Okay, we're going to find out why he is on this field and if he belongs. Let's attack him. Y'all see what they did offensively? And you want to know the real, like, fucked up part about all of this? About all of this. They gave us every single chance in the book. Every single chance in the book to make this a game and to get back into things. And we failed every single time. We failed every single time. And before I talk about the defense, offensive line was complete disastrous. Disastrous. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Andrew Thomas is well needed, man. Well needed. So everybody that, you know, that was kind of, you know, forgetting about the important ability of what Andrew Thomas adds to this offense, we were reminded. We were reminded. Marcus Mbow, I definitely would have loved to see him. But again, we don't do the obvious shit. We don't do that. No. Just absolutely ridiculous. Our offensive line was playing like a bunch of schoolgirls. But no, what do Giant fans see? Quarterback. Y'all got to be fucking kidding me. Y'all got to be kidding me. All y'all see is quarterback. Any sane human being will not feel confident being behind this weak-ass offensive line. Any sane human being. And y'all thought it was Daniel Jones. Nobody's going to feel confident behind this weak-ass offensive line. On the defensive side of the ball, we played, I think a lot of people on the defensive side of the ball did pretty good. It's week 1. I expected some hiccups, some week 1 rust, but for the most part, I seen good things on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I didn't see? I didn't see a well-coached game. I didn't see a well-coached game. You have Abdul Carter, one of the best pass rushers that we have seen in quite some time, playing a spy game on JT5, KT, whatever the fuck his name, JD5, instead of getting to him. And now what that allow you to do? What does that allow you to do? Because when you really do take your pass rushers off the field, that gives him time to nitpick and eat up this zone. That weak-ass zone that we was in. And then people want to wonder why I miss Coach Mark Winkendale so much. Why I miss him so much. We out there playing that soft shit. Then the personnel changes. If you go look back at this game, and just different times of the game, it is when you needed to have your dogs in. And personnel-wise, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And I have a theory about Dexter Lawrence, but I'm gonna just put a pin in it. I'm not gonna go too crazy. But again, people who have been tuned in, people that have been tuned in know. So y'all can't call bullshit on this. But I spoke about Dexter Lawrence's weight gain. I spoke about it. And this may or may not be a thing. And I do gotta watch the all 22. And I'm not gonna jump off the Dex, you know, this Dex hill on the first game of the season. But the weight gain that Dex that's had this offseason may be a little bit of issue. Because he also looked tired. He looked tired. The man looked tired out there. And to be quite frank, they handled Dex easily. No, I'm not going to say easily. I'm going to put respect on Dex's name. With no problem. I'm going to say that. With no problem. But for the most part, the defensive line played an overall good game. Bobby Okereke played like ass. Played like ass. Well, I don't know what the fuck Bobby Okereke was doing. Missing tackles. Was easily getting blocked. Couldn't get off blocks. Like, oh my God. Just looking bad. Looking bad. Micah McFadden goes down, and this is the same old shit. I don't know what it is about New York Giant players, man, but it's the same guys getting injured over and over again. And then back to Cordell Flott. I was the one who did say I would have rather seen Deonte Banks in the game. Because you know why? Cordell Flott, and a lot of people may not have been paying attention to this, and I challenge you all to go watch this. Cordell Flott was a suspect in the run game. Was a complete suspect in the run game. Couldn't tackle worth shit. And they was calling on his number, and they attacked Cordell Flott, and he just couldn't. Just absolutely couldn't step up to the challenge. He was getting ate up all day. All day. Had a chance early in the game to set the tone, catch an interception. What does he do? Drops it. So all of this Cordell Flott hype and all of this easy, he won the CB2 role, I don't believe so. I'm not too mad at our safety play. I feel like our safeties did a good or decent job today. Again, there was a lot of things player-wise or personnel-wise that I'm not too mad at. But it really did start with me with this sorry-ass coaching. Now, the Commander fans that rightfully so is going to get in here, talk their shit, rightfully so. You deserve to, because y'all won the game at the end of the day. You won the game. Y'all are 1-0. Y'all looked exactly how I envisioned y'all to look. You look rusty. Y'all was giving us every chance to get back into this thing. Y'all didn't get over 30 points like I said. It is because of the reasons as to why I said. I thought it was definitely a winnable game. And overall, I'm still not sold and I'm not excited by the receiving group that was on the Commander side. But with that being said, that guy JD5, man, is different. It's different. I mean, he played as close to a perfect game that you damn near going to see. For real. The man took off when he needed to take off. He was smart with the football, was patient, was poised, was in the pocket. Shout out to the offensive line doing the best job that they could do. That they really could do. The refs ain't give us the refs damn sure ain't missed a lot of shit out there. The refs damn sure ain't give us no break. It wasn't a terrible job by the refs, but there was definitely some calls out there that was crazy. But overall, I can't even shoot at the Commanders. I can't shoot at Debo either. He looked all right. Did he look like old Debo? No. There was also a push-off Debo had too. That was clear as day. Wasn't called for some reason. I wonder why. But overall, I mean, the Commanders look exactly how I thought they were going to look. And they won. They won. I can't give too many shots over there. It wasn't no belt to ass. I wouldn't label it any of that, though. So any of y'all that's going to hop in the chat talking like that, yeah, okay, you talking good. But at the end of the day, it was a lot more as to what we just left out there, man. And really the name of the game for me was coaching. And it's so disappointing to know, man, all of this offseason work that has been put in, the players are bought in, and just to see that we just are just going to continue to just do the same old bullshit is just disappointing. It is so disappointing. Back on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, why? Please tell me why. I don't know a good answer as to why you are not giving that go ball to Malik Nabers. Why? Why? Because it doesn't work one or two times. We know how effective it is. He caught one. He caught one. Right when we was about to turn him up. We should have kept going at him. Make these corners work for it. Make these corners work for it. There were a lot of pass interference calls that were not being called, but as a coach, you need to see that. You need to see that, and you need to say to yourself, no, keep testing these corners, especially when you don't have anything else going for yourself, especially when that's the case. And then Washington Commander fans, I'm going to be real. Washington Commander fans, they've been telling me, they say, yo, when the contract is up, don't be surprised if Malik Nabers want to come to Washington and reunite with Jaden Daniels. And I'm ha-ha-heing, laughing this shit off. Like, y'all must be out of your damn mind. But what do we see on the sideline? Coach Dable and Malik Nabers getting at it. Getting at it. And then, I don't know if y'all peeped this, but then Coach Dable realizes that Malik is checking out. And so he tries to get him fired up again. And he reaches out for 5. And Malik completely ignores it. He completely ignores it. So what does that tell me? What does that tell me? Ain't shit going to mend this relationship or any relationship with coach and players unless they start winning games. And I don't blame Malik for being pissed off, because he definitely deserved better opportunities at times of the game. On the other side of things, when it comes to Malik Nabers, I will say this. Because unlike every other giant content creator that is out there, if Malik Nabers deserves criticism, he's going to get it from me. One thing I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Malik do is the pouting bullshit. I'm tired of seeing that shit. I'm tired of seeing him check out and doing all of these antics on the sideline. And then y'all want to wonder, somebody, I'm not going to say everybody, it wasn't a lot of people, but then it was some people questioning why Malik Nabers didn't have that C patch. Why he wasn't labeled a captain. See, when things ain't going your way, and I understand, and I'm not saying this to really jump on Malik's case, because I understand why he's pissed. I understand why he's pissed. But you got to understand also that as the best player on the offense, people are looking at you. And if you were fucking checking out, what is that going to, what kind of energy is going to carry on throughout the whole O? So in those times, I'm expecting Malik Nabers to stay locked in. To stay locked in, even through the turmoil. When shit ain't so pretty. When shit ain't so pretty, I'm expecting Malik to stay locked in. But see, it's a lot of spoiled bullshit going on, and nobody want to tell the truth about anything when it comes to Malik Nabers, and so he just acts any way that he wants to act. So I'm tired of seeing that too. I'm tired of seeing that spoiled bullshit. This is the NFL, man. This is the NFL. Lock in. So, I mean, all in all, man, this shit was highly disappointing. Highly disappointing. I'm not going to hold you. I should be, the Commander fans that is in here, rightfully so. Y'all should be in here. Y'all should be talking your shit. Rightfully so. Y'all should be in here. Y'all should be talking your shit. A lot of y'all coming from my man Juan's page and Tone's page and a lot of other people that, I did collabs with going into this game. Rightfully so. Y'all should be right up in here talking your shit. I do not blame you because I would have been doing the same exact thing. This is how this shit goes. This is how this shit goes. I will be hollering at Juan, I think, a little later on tonight. So for those that's waiting on that should be a little later on tonight, maybe around 8 or something. And then I got to deal with that. And I want to show y'all something too. I want to show y'all something. Because this is what this means to me. This is what this loss. You know, I could have lived with a better fight. I could have lived with the fact that we was playing on the edge and you know, we gave it all that we got, you know, from this coaching staff on the field and the whole nine. I could have lived with a week 1 loss. But what is so disheartening about this loss was that not a lot of shit changed. Not a lot of shit changed. I felt into the bullshit. I thought we were going to see a different play style. I thought we were going to get better coaching all around. I went into that. And not a lot of shit changed. And I want y'all to listen to shit like this, and this is what we got to sit here and we got to deal with. We got to deal with shit like this right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. Listen to this. And now we gotta just sit in this shit like this.
Week 10, New York Giants.
All right, I played the wrong shit. We gotta sit in shit like this.
When we revisit this, you know what I want you to do, bro? I want you to revisit last year too, and look at the conversation from last year, bro. Why do you keep doing this to yourself, bro? Leave me alone, bro. Tell them to stop putting our games in the first weeks of the season, bro.
Last year
we fucked up y'all season, man. We fucking it up, bro.
And y'all think he ain't called me? Y'all think I ain't have a conversation with TJ yet? Huh? I'm not done. As a Giant fan, this is some more shit we got to sit in.
Y'all are a peasant, bro. I don't even have that same energy for. I hope we beat them, and I'm not even going to say much to them.
Because I don't care, because we got bigger fish to fry Thursday night.
You're a sweep candidate. Everybody in the division sweeps you. Did they win a game in the division last year? They got swept by everybody, right?
Yeah. There was like when I did my record prediction with my son earlier on today, before I went to week 2, I jumped straight to week 15. I had to get them both out the way because what are we even talking about? We don't even need to spend that long on that.
And that's the type of I think I had them. I was very disrespectful, and at the end, I was like, "Yo, I should have gave y'all like 2 or 3 more wins."
No, you shouldn't have gave them anything. They're a 5-win team this year,
bro. I had them at like 3-14, bro.
And you can't say shit to this. You can't say shit to it. As bad as that shit hurt, all you can do is shut up and take it. Pause. Welcome to Giant Land. And that is where this coaching staff has led us. Now we gotta deal with this because of the coaching staff that we have. I'm not done.
But I tell you, it takes one game and they'll come back to reality. They'll come back to realizing who they are. They'll come back to realizing it's mock draft season by week 5. It's cute. But you got Washington, Dallas, back-to-back to start the year. So not only are you going to be 0-2 in the record-wise, but you 0-2 in the division. Oh, man, kiss it goodbye already. They not ready for us, y'all. They not ready. And I respect my opponents. I get that. I know some people be like, Juan, you're overlooking the Giants. I'm not overlooking the Giants. Not at all. They just don't have nothing for us, man. It's levels to this.
Do they say the truth hurts? Is that that's what they say, right? The truth hurts? And tell me anything that any of these Commanded fans was saying, how can we combat it? How can we combat it? And as Giant fans who put in a lot of off-season work and energy and money spent to this is what we got to deal with and we got to sit with because of who is in leadership right now. Who is in leadership right now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some of these comments. I see y'all in here. Before we call it a day. Let me see. Ghost Dog says your TP Way What the fuck was we looking at out there today? I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. A complete disaster in the coaching staff. I know that's for sure. TV says can't blame QB. Nope. Won't Stop Dream Entertainment says zone weak as fuck. Ooh, Frank White says, I kept calling for man zone. I was like, what are we doing, man? Ghost Dog says, letting Wink go was the biggest mistake for this defense, bro. Oh, my God. And a lot of that was because of Coach Dable's ego. Shot caller, Eagle fan is in here, says, facts, I think we all looked a little crazy, the NFC East. Yeah, it was week 1 rust, man. Week 1 rust, and we look like the bottom of the NFC East for sure. Can't get mad at anybody who sees it any differently. See, the one thing, and this is another thing too, when it comes to the NFC East, everybody looked, rusty for the most part, right? But out of all of the teams in the NFC East, the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Cowboys all have good to take away from their game. They all could at least say, you know what? They played themselves a good game for the most part. Even that Eagle and Cowboy game, it was a good-ass game. And it was well fought out. It was a good battle on both sides. And even when people didn't see Dallas even having a chance in it. No, them guys still high-powered offense and still made it a game. See, I can respect that. I can respect a true NFC East battle going off on your shield. I could live with that. That was not what happened today on our side. We were the only team in the NFC East that looked like a hot, like just complete hot packs of ass. And now this is what we gotta deal with. Shout out to my guy Iman Perry, says this clown Dable just said the offense is a good offense. Okay, yeah, maybe so, but we don't have a good coach. We don't have a good offensive coordinator. We don't have the minds to really make this offense look like a good offense. We don't. Yep, One Way is in here talking the shit. Yeah. Can't get mad at it. Can't get mad at it. Frank White says there was a face mask on Slayton that wasn't called either. And as a coaching staff, you got to see that. You got to see that because you may not get that call, but on the next one, you just might. But that goal ball, that 9 was working for us a little bit. And I just felt like we didn't, at a time where that shit else ain't working, I just feel like we kind of left that off the hook a little too much for me. We needed to continue to take shots down the field. Now, granted, there was times where we just didn't have time to even do it, but I do feel like in the thick of things, man, when we were trying to turn things around, I feel like we gave up on it a little too easy. A little too easy. One Way says, y'all talked all that talk about your sorry-ass offseason. Hey, I will say, the players, there were some players out there that did look, for the most part, look week 1 approved. Week 1 approved. And there were some guys that I called out. There were some guys that definitely deserve to be talked about. But for the most part, as a team, I feel like they played hard enough and they played well enough for us to make this a better looking game for sure. For sure. I'm putting the onus on this one. It's going on this coaching staff, man. It's going on this coaching staff for me. One Way says, good game. Try not to cry on the way back to New Jersey. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like crying right now on stream. Shot caller says, I'm asking too, why Nabers ain't getting the ball? Give him the ball. Man. Let me see. In the Zone Sports, man. Subscribe to my guy. I'm definitely gonna have to see what my guy, puts out on his channel as well. He covers the whole NFL, and yeah. He says Dable won't be around that long. Yeah, Hey, look, shit. Shit. Man. Yeah, I wanted him going last year. So we'll see. I don't know, man. He's I don't know what's going on. I thought he should have personally been going last year, but I don't know. I don't know nothing. One Way says, "Can we talk about everything you said in Juan's live?" Yeah, I'll be live. I'll be live with Juan a little bit later. Matter of fact, he was present at the game, so I know he's turned right now. I know he's probably celebrating. I know he probably turning up and all different types of shit. And when he gets into the office, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that, man. So yeah, y'all stay tuned tonight. I will be headed over there and chopping it up with Juan. Edward, my man Edward says, Nabers is a diva, simple as that. He wants all the throws to him. He is not a good fit for the Giants, and the offensive line is simply terrible. Sorry, but this line is real bad. Oh no, that is a fact. This line is terrible. This line looked absolutely terrible. And as far as Nabers go, that's another thing with coaching is you got to make it work. You got to make it work with what you have. And right now, Nabers is the key to this offense. So you got to make it work with Nabers. You got to figure out personality-wise, make that work. You got to figure out scheme-wise how to make that work. You got to figure it out, man. That is what your coaches get paid to do. That's what they get coaches to get paid to do. Coach Ed Sports in the building says, peace and blessings, King, man. Shout out to my guy, Coach Ed. Yeah, Coach Ed. We gotta have a powwow, man. We gotta talk about this for sure. Dom Analysis says, Giants, boo-boo. 6 points. Hey, I can't argue with you. I really can't argue with you, man. Yeah, y'all Commander fans, get y'all shit off. Get y'all shit off. I can't argue with you. You can't dish and not take. That's for sure. We don't do that over here. You can't dish and not take. One Way says, bro, your team sucks. You couldn't even score a TD. Sad. Oh, I'm just seeing the super chat. My bad, man. Jim Sleazy says, y'all gonna be the doorknobs of the NFC East. And the sad part about this, man, is I can't even combat that. Man. That is the disappointing part about this all. It's like I'm going to be receiving comments like this all day, all week. And what can I really say? Because all we did was display with this comment and with the Commander fans that I played earlier, what they said. We look like ass. We look like we're going to be the last in the division. We look like we're not going to win games. I don't care who y'all try to throw in at quarterback. We look like we're going to be the doorknobs of the NFC East. The sad truth about this shit, man. The sad truth about this. So I'm definitely going to, need to woo-saw about this. I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all see me sweating this whole time. Y'all, I was going through it watching this game. And the only thing that is comforting me, if it is at all, is the fact that it is week 1. But as far as hope is concerned, as far as, what I believe about this team, and as far as all of this other, crap, it's just not on a good scale right now, man. It's not on a good scale. This was a poor outing, and this was another week 1 disappointment by the New York Football Giants, led by Coach Dable and staff, man. And so there should be fire lit up under this coaching staff's ass, man, and don't let this bullshit, just go under the rug. I don't let Coach Dable get up on that podium and say a whole bunch of bullshit without lighting a fire up under his ass, man. For real. And I need Giant fans to lock the fuck in. All of y'all just sitting there trying to look for all of these different reasons and excuses. No, look at Coach Dable. Look right directly at Coach Dable. Because, come on, man. Come on, man. This was highly disappointing. Highly disappointing. A bunch of just rudimentary bullshit. Bullshit. And we are the laughing stock once again. Carried on to a whole new season. We have continued to be the laughing stock. Continue to be the laughing stock. And I have credibility that needs to be protected. So I'm not going to be getting on this mic just talking a whole bunch of bullshit when we out there looking like that. I'm not. So all in all, man, ain't no victory Monday for us. Again, this is just the start for me. I got a couple of conversations I need to have and some other streams. Later tonight, I will be with my guy Juan, so tune back in for that. I know that's going to be absolutely terrible. I'm dreading that. But, I mean, right now, man, we got our eyes blacked. We got our eyes blacked right now, man. If this was a boxing match, you know, we may have made it to the 12th round, but we got fucked up. Edward, I see you. Edward says, I have to admit, I give you credit. You're one of the few streamers that is real and taking the heat like a man. My respect to you, man. Giant salute to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Edward. Appreciate that. Jim Sleazy says, I'll be there for one. I know you will, Muff. I know you will. But listen, man. Let me get on out of here. Let me woosah for a little bit, and let me get, myself mentally prepared for the mental warfare that is about to go on throughout this whole day. Look, Giant fans, man. I mean, yeah, we got a lot of things to really think about about this season, man. It's gonna be a long ass season, and the only good news that I really have is, it's week one. It's week one. And I hate the fact that this bullshit is overshadowing the good play by certain guys. Shout out to Brian Burns. Brian Burns out there looked really good today. Kayvon Thibodeau looked good. Abdul Carter, this looked like his first game. It looked like his first game, but it definitely looked like, he is going to continue to just build on top of this and find his way into things. But again, that just goes with Shane Bourne. You got to put him in a position to best succeed. I don't know why the fuck you thought it was just a great idea to keep spying in these downs when we needed him to go hunt. But, yeah, I mean, safety play, I wasn't mad at the safety play and things like that. Cam Skedaddle, it's not going to reflect on the stat sheet, but Cam Skedaddle, man, he looked good. He looked good, and I love the intensity that he was running with. So there were some players that I did feel like, did put out a positive or a good showing, but it's not going to be talked about enough because this was just a complete disaster as a team. So that's unfortunate, but that's the reality of it. But back to the drawing board we go, man. We have Dallas next week. Of course, we're going to discuss and talk about things before then. Look, I got a lot of conversations to be had, but I'm going to leave it at that, man. Shout out to each and every one of you that's been tuned in. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. And yeah, man, I will holler at y'all very soon. Peace.
Naked air lion, naked air tiger, how we swinging nine, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah. Keep applying pressure to the foes, blowing closer than I am here, closer than my dish. Yeah. Keep away the giant here.